boys and girls, welcome to my channel. I'm ForClassic and welcome to BenchART. So for today what I do have in it is Outriders, the demo. So this game it is developed by People Can Fly and it is using Unreal Engine 4. So let's take a look on the settings that I will be using throughout the game. So I'm playing the game at 1080p and I'm using some sort of optimized settings. So I just put the game on median and reduced the shadows and effects quality to low, raised the texture quality because at high we have enough VRAM for that, and the rest of the stuff I just left on median. So even with textures on low, even with effects on low and shadows on low, the game still looks pretty good in fact. But what really did shock me, it was the requirements, because these guys are saying that a GTX 1060 or an RX 580 it is recommended for 1080p 60 frames per second, and for the most part of the demo it was, but as soon as I reached this specific place that I'm going to show you, the game got really demanding. So these are all the results that I did try at 1080p. And basically, whatever, if you go with maximum or high settings, the performance is very similar. It spends most of its time below 60 frames per second. Median settings, it was 50-50, so it was pretty much 58% of the time lower than 60 frames per second. While low settings, it was always above 60, and my optimized settings, it was only 4% of the time lower than 60. So my optimized settings seems pretty good. 1440p, well, it is a good setting. I mean, 1440p median settings, it is good if you are going to play with a 30 frames per second target, which is something that I don't really recommend. So yeah, that's the performance that you can expect. Keep in mind that this is the demo. The game it is not, the full game it is not released yet. It's going to be released in 1 April. So they might probably optimize the game a little bit further. So I decided to not take a lot of attention into it. Like I was telling you at the beginning of the game and probably the first half an hour, the maps were more beautiful in my opinion, and it was running so much better. So at high settings I was having pretty much between 50 to 60 frames per second, so it was really acceptable. And at median settings I was above 60, but as soon as I got into this specific scene, which is not that pretty at all, I don't really understand why, this gets really demanding comparing to the rest of the stuff that I have played before. So that's why I decided to use this as the reference. This is the worst case scenario that I did found. I didn't even finish the demo, I just wanted to have an idea anyway, because this is a demo, like I did told you. If I get the full game, well, in that case the full game, the story will be different, because it is still pretty much 1 month away and the developers can optimize the game a little bit further, and we might get better performance overall. So just keep this as a grain of salt, these results, because these might improve until the release. So Outriders, it is pretty much a looter shooter, so think of this as a Destiny game or a Division, but it is not as much focused into cover shooting like the Division, but it is a looter shooter. So basically you have kind of your enemies will be kind of a bullet sponges, and all of the stuff that you will do inside this game will be just trying to get the best loot, just like it happens in the Division, just like it happens in Warframe, and just like it happens in Destiny. So it's the same type of game, but with a big difference. So there is no loot boxes, no microtransactions or anything like it. When you buy this game, you will buy the full package. So you won't be getting any microtransactions or DLCs. At least the DLC part, I'm not really aware of that. But I mean, there are no microtransactions or stuff. Every stuff that you can get in this game, it will be inside the game through grinding or for just completing the stuff that you have to do. So it's like, I don't know, it's like a looter shooter, but without all the bullshit that Destiny and Warframe and Ubisoft tries to push it into you. So you just get the complete package. Just by paying the full price for the game, you will have the complete package. All these missions can be completed in cooperative, so it is good if you have a friend to play, but you can still play with any other random people inside the internet, so it's really up to you. But essentially, Outriders, it is really that. Think of this as a Warframe game or a Destiny, but without microtransactions, without that bullshit going on, and that's about it. Alright, so I think that's all that I want to talk for now about Outriders. I hope you did enjoy the video so far. I will have a little bit more of gameplay, not much, and I do hope to see you soon. Goodbye.